Malcolm Evans, Game 7 CEO, and you're here for another team meeting. Say what's up.
Hey, hi.
What's up, y'all? Why you waving to the mic, bruh? What's your name?
Nasir, Naman, Evans.
The whole name? Okay. And what's my name?
Daddy.
Alright, I'm Daddy. I'm Malcolm. And we here for Game 7. Okay?
Game 8, actually.
Maybe you can do Game 8 when you get older. I don't know if it's gonna be no Game 8. We gotta figure out how we gonna phrase that, but we'll work on it.
When I'm 7, it's gonna be a Game 8.
When you turn 7?
Yeah.
Alright, so Daddy got some work to do. You wanna do Game 8 when you turn 7?
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta work on it. So let's see how you do today. Maybe that can be your YouTube channel, Game 8.
No.
Nah? Alright. So, you think it's a problem? You think there's a problem here?
No.
I think it's a problem.
No.
That's because you're a student and I'm a teacher. And I think a problem that a lot of teachers face, and not just in school, but people who teach things, period, is that a lot of the students, adults, kids, whoever's learning, don't know how to learn. And currently, that's a big problem because you know how the education system is. You know, it's kind of up to you. So you got to really have an ability to learn so that you can capitalize off of the resources that are being presented to you. And today I want to offer you a solution by showing parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, whoever, some tools you can use to teach your kids while they're not in school. And we're going to go over some principles that Nas and I go over. How often do we do these? When do we do these?
I don't know.
We do them in the car, right? When I take you to school?
Yeah, well, he take me to school, but he take me to bowling.
Yep. You're giving out all the information. Yeah. Well, when I take you to school, correct.
That's not school.
Oh, well, when I take you on your way to school. You're right. All right. You ready? All right. So, be the
Best.
Good. Learn from your
Mistakes.
Good. If you get in trouble, you get
Unforgettable.
Good. Learn before you
Play.
Good. What do you do with distractions?
Overcome them.
Mm-hmm.
Just welcome them.
Overcome them. What's it called when you make stuff?
Creative.
Creative. What are the things that you just have to do?
Responsibility.
Responsibilities. What's it called when you don't quit?
Resilience.
Resilience. When things go bad, what do you show? Character. What's a fast listener called?
Respect.
No. What's a fast listener called? This is the one you always mess up on. What's a fast listener called?
Fast listener. Coachable.
Coachable, right? What's it called when you say thank you anyway?
Appreciation.
Appreciation. What's it called when you're nice but strong too? Respect. And what's it called when you do what's best, no matter how you feel, all the time? Say it like a big boy. Consistency, right? So, be the best. Learn from your mistakes. If you get in trouble, you get held accountable. Learn before you play.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Overcome distractions.
Yeah.
What's it called? He gone. What's it called when you make stuff? Creative. What are the things that you just have to do? Responsibilities. What's it called when you don't quit? Resilience. When things go bad, you show character. Somebody who's coachable is a fast listener. People who say thank you anyway, they show appreciation. When you're nice but strong too, that's respect. And when you do his best, no matter how you feel, all the time, that's consistency. So I wanted to show you that because Nas is only, how old are you? How old are you, Nas? He already on his tablet, can't hear nothing. He ran to that joint. But Nas is only 6. And he at least has an overall understanding of things that I see that a lot of adults don't understand. They may know of the words, but they really couldn't describe them to you. And by a lot of adults not knowing that, they're not able to teach the kids that. So those are some principles that you can use to share with your kids or kids sharing with your parents, and y'all can discuss them so y'all can start to get better. For example, be the best. Real simple. You can teach that to a 6-year-old. But to an adult, dive into what the best is. What's your interest? Who's somebody who's the best in your interest? What's your career? Who's somebody who's the best in your career? Do your research. Find out what they do on a daily basis and just mimic it. Just how Kobe did Jordan, hypothetically. Learn from your mistakes. People always say that experience is the best teacher, but that's a complete lie. Because if that was the truth, old people would be the smartest people ever because they got the most experience. But the real learning comes from what you take from your experience. So many people I see around me are catching loss after loss after loss after loss, and they're repeating the same habits. So although they had the experience, it hasn't been teaching them. So I would say that you got to learn from your mistakes. Don't repeatedly make your mistakes. So you can, once again, give the short version to a little kid, but you can teach adults the same way. Just take a deeper dive into each area. If you get in trouble, you get held accountable. That depends on what your definition of trouble is and who you have around you. If you're continuing to get in trouble in any facet of life and you're around the same people and they're letting you do the same things over and over and over, they're not holding you accountable. You're not holding yourself accountable. And if you can't hold yourself accountable, that's cool. Just keep it G with yourself and find somebody else who can hold you accountable. Or get on YouTube, type in learn to do whatever in 30 days and follow the 30-day program and just do it. And do it with somebody else so you can hold each other accountable. Learn before you play. We all heard that before, but as an adult, don't buy that car before you can afford it. That's like a play move. Don't be pressed to buy that crib just because you think because you're 30, you got to have a crib now, and you're still working on learning things that other people may not be learning. Don't dive in to that relationship with him or her if you don't know him or her, because that can turn out real ugly. Once again, for the kids, basic. For the adults, really dive in. What do you do with distractions? Overcome them. That's extremely difficult. I know 2 people right now who are very, very, very close to me who are going on a social media hiatus. They're running away from it because it's distracting them. But I'm telling them that the social media is not the distraction. You are the distraction because you're following the wrong people. If you're scrolling down your timeline and it ain't nothing but a bunch of girls and a bunch of change and a bunch of music or XYZ, it's not really value added. It's just like regular people. You can be around a room full of horrible people, or you can be around a room full of people who add tremendous value. So it's much more about who you follow than just being on social media. So distractions, overcome them. That don't mean you have to change everything that you're doing. It probably will mean you have to change how you are doing the things that you're doing with. Making stuff. Creative. It's 2020. Take out your phone, Google, YouTube, make something. And it don't have to be art. You don't have to be an engineer, but find something that you can do, make it happen. Get on YouTube, sell it. You never know. My girl told me last year some lady made some crayon makeup and sold millions of dollars in a day or something along the lines. I'm sure the ladies know what I'm talking about. The things that you just have to do, responsibilities. Do the simple things. Life is full of very simple things that are hard to do. I believe that everybody knows what they have to do, but they're not willing to do it. But set your goal, write the things down that you have to do, be responsible, and do them. And once again, if you can't, find somebody to hold you accountable. If you can't find a physical person, find a digital person. Go on YouTube. Or find a website where they can give you a guide to how to do better in life. Let that thing or that person hold you accountable. What's it called when you don't quit? Resilient. A lot of people die at age 21, but they're not buried until they die at age 65, 75, 85, because they get caught up in this cycle. You know, as soon as we become adults, we get a job, we go home Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we recover, we party, we do whatever we do. Most of us don't do something to get better. We repeat. And through time, it wears you out, it tears you up. And people just live in that cycle throughout their whole life and just never find happiness. So they're like the walking dead. They're waking up doing things that they hate doing every day and never make the commitment to change that. And when you don't make the commitment to change your life, you basically quit, and that's not resilient. So figure out what you want to do, find your dream, reignite your dream, and chase it. Because always remember that a dream is only a nightmare until you decide to chase it. When things go bad, you show character. Everything's sweet when it's easy. You can do anything when it's easy. But people that really win in life over the long run, those are the people that can win when they down by 30. It's always, for example, perfect example, college basketball season is over. But this season, the most top 5 teams ever lost to unranked teams. So teams that were the best in the country, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, were losing to teams that were not ranked the most often time in history. And that shows that things were going bad for those teams. They were not ranked. But they showed good character by stepping up to the plate when the big dogs came in and they beat them repeatedly. So just because things are going bad doesn't mean that you have to go with them. When things go left, don't go with them. Make sure you do the right thing. Somebody who listens quickly is a very coachable person. For example, my principal, he loves having meetings with me because he says I'm very coachable. What you need me to do, I'll do it. I don't really fight him because he the boss, you feel me? I'm not in a position in that capacity to really fight him back. So I just do what I got to do. Now, a lot of other teachers, they push back because they got their own personal way of doing things and they try to do their own thing. They're not really listening to the coach or to the captain. That's not a coachable person. Sometimes you just got to be told what to do. For example, the best coach ever, his mantra is, do your job. This is what I need you to do. Just do your job. Be coachable. Find a mentor. And I see that a lot of mentors, their struggle is they tell people what to do, and the mentors have the proof that what they're telling you to do works, but then the mentees don't do it because it's not what they think or they don't think it'll work. They're not being coachable. What's it called when you say thank you anyway? Appreciation, gratitude. Every day you have an opportunity to make things happen, and some days the day may not go as you expected. But just appreciate the chance of you waking up and the chance that you have to take advantage of the opportunity yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Because never forget that there are a lot of people who would kill to be in your situation. So just because your situation is tough, that doesn't mean it can't be worse, but it also doesn't mean that you can't be better. But if you don't appreciate the journey, you won't make it through the journey. When you're nice, you're strong too. That's respect. Like, I'm a nice dude, but people know not to cross me. KP is a really nice guy. But those are also the last people you should cross because they kind of go crazy, you know? So be nice, but don't be no sucker. Be strong. That's how you demand respect. That's how you give respect. And finally, this is the key to everything. When you do what's best, no matter how you feel, all the time, that's consistency. Do what's best, no matter how you feel, all the time. That is consistency. You may not knock the wall down in 100 punches, and you may have thought that it should only have taken 50. So you stop because you put in double what you thought you was supposed to put in. Thought you was going to have to put in 50, you put in 100, and you stop. And a lot of people do that. They dive into something thinking that they'll get results in a week, a month, a year, 2 years, whatever, and they stop. As opposed to being consistent, keeping the pressure on, and continuing to go. Especially people around my age, I don't understand it. It's taking me so long. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm getting old now because it's a 30. Bruh, we probably going to be here another, God willing, 40, 50, 60 years. You feel me? So if something take you 4 years to start your own empire and you can change the life of your family, that's 34. You got another 55 years left to take in those results. So be consistent. Don't worry about the prize. Don't worry about the reward. Focus on the process. And don't focus about what you get from achieving your goals. Focus on who you become from achieving your goals. So today, you got Nas and Nas principles. Even though he ran out to his iPad, but I appreciate him for showing up for us. So take these principles, use them. KP put the captions down for you so you can read them if you couldn't understand us. So don't just collect the information. Take it, use it, see what your feedback is, and get better. Easy work.